Hello you guys, and welcome to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah and I'm really excited today you're joining me for our third episode of Keep This Not That. It's been a little while, but in this series I share a few things that I am keeping, and then in return I'm able to declutter several other things or more. I know you guys have enjoyed those first two episodes, and I apologize it had been so long between them, but I've got 4 additional things that if you keep them in your life, or you have that one item in your life, you may be able to also remove multiple other things. Let's begin. The first item on Keep This Not That for me is an Instant Pot. Now you guys know I love to cook and was definitely very interested when I heard about it, but I do like to wait a long time before I make certain purchases. I like to analyze things, really compare different models, different price points, but I did decide to purchase an Instant Pot several weeks ago, and it has become one of my most important kitchen appliances, and I'm using it nearly daily. Now the Instant Pot, the one I got was one of the cheaper ones that doesn't have as many features. It has 7 features, but I made sure the features I got were ones I'd actually use. And so for me, the 7-in-1 version was perfect. I will leave a link down below to the one that I purchased. But with that, I got rid of my slow cooker. I got rid of my rice cooker, which also did not even cook rice nearly as well as the Instant Pot does. It's been phenomenal making coconut rice. That's Jake's go-to breakfast most times, and we'll meal prep it. So getting rid of those 2 bulky appliances was awesome. But one other way it's also saving us money is I'm making yogurt in it now. Specifically online, I saw a recipe for making soy yogurt, and I was like, well, I'll give it a try. A lot of the vegan yogurts are a lot more expensive and oftentimes only come in a little serving size, and of course lots of sugar added in. Well, it didn't work out perfectly the first time. My second batch turned out a lot better, and I think it's one of those things I'll continue getting better at with time, and it's a way that I can then save money. I don't have to be as wasteful with those little yogurt cups. And in general, it's also just a tool that I feel like is helping me eat healthier, because some of the dried beans and grains, even though they're a really healthy and nutritious option for a variety of different meals, sometimes I'm a little lazy and I don't want to spend that much time cooking them. So for me, the Instant Pot, not only was I able to get rid of my rice cooker and slow cooker, but I also am able to get rid of some of these more prepared foods and packaged foods that I was purchasing. So it's another win. And because I'm loving the Instant Pot so much, I am going to put together a little addition to my cookbook. Anyone who's already purchased the cookbook will get that free, but it will be some healthy Instant Pot meals using the same ingredients in the cookbook. Again, the premise is 30 ingredients. You can make everything in the book. So that's something you can look out for as well. The second Keep This Not That type of thing are when you have something that you're holding on to until something else wears out. For me, I haven't had any of these recently, but especially early on, I had a cutting board I was saving for later and just using a worse cutting board. I had a set of cups that we were saving to use that was better, and we were using one that was worse. Do you have any of these items where you've got a set in reserve, but you're using the worse ones? Now, there might be a couple schools of thought on this. Depending on the item, maybe they are things that break regularly and aren't made to last, so you're purposely waiting to use that thing because they're on their way out. But the realization that I came to a while back was, what's the point of me holding on to these extra items and not using them at all when they are better than the ones I'm currently using? Why wouldn't I just let the ones that are worse out of my life and possibly into someone else's life who actually needs the item more? I don't really need it if I've got 2 sets. And then I can actually benefit from the good stuff. I guess the most recent application for us is thinking about with our home that we purchased and how certain times people make upgrades to their space right before they sell it, but then you made the upgrade and you didn't get to enjoy it. If we have these things in our life, I think it's best for us to enjoy it. So if you have that item in your life, why not let it go so you can use the better one? Use the one that you want to be using, and I think it will bring a lot of joy and just make life easier. For my third item, this one has to do with sleep. I am keeping a sleep machine or sound machine for sleep instead of a box fan. Now, even though I'm someone who does consider myself very environmentally conscious, I was pretty embarrassed to just recently realize how wasteful it was that I was using a standard box fan pointed away from us for the last several years as white noise while Jake and I sleep. It doesn't seem like it's that crazy of a device or an appliance, but what was surprising to me when I was thinking about how cold it was making our room feel with our new setup, when I was looking at different sound machines and sleep machines that are available, I was stunned to find out that they use about 95 to 98% less energy to run than a fan. And I'm just thinking about those energy savings long term and feel pretty embarrassed that it took me so long. So far it's been a couple weeks, but I've been using the Snooze sleep machine here. I will put a link in the description below, but I love this so much more anyway, even just in terms of the quality. Sound is really nice. There actually is like a little fan inside, but it doesn't generate any cold air. I can finally get rid of that box fan and those higher energy bills that I was wasting and I didn't even realize it. But the thing is, we keep living and learning, so it's definitely a mistake that I'm very happy to be correcting. And for my last item, I'm not as much talking about something that I was able to declutter, but more so specific time that was able to be saved and a little bit less computer time that was needed to be taken up. And that has to do with our Amazon Echo, also known as Alexa. I don't want to wake her up if you've got her in your space. Now, there's definitely a big range of features that are available. We found for ourselves that a couple basic uses already have justified the whole purchase, and we love it because of how it's simplified our day. Jake loves asking about the traffic and the weather every day. So this is an improvement. Before, he'd be looking it up on his computer, or maybe even me sometimes if I wanted to see like the full forecast, actually having to like look it up. Whereas now you could just say, hey, what's the weather this week? She will tell you the weather for the next 7 days. You can also ask about traffic conditions. And so, especially for Jake's commute, he has to travel on certain expressways and he can avoid certain accidents then just by asking. We've also used it as a timer. We've also played music with it. We have played like meditation and calming songs using it. It's got some really great like instrumental type tracks that are available just as part of some of the skills. We've played audiobooks from it. We've listened to podcasts on it. Even though we're not even using a huge percentage of the available skills, just those skills already have been nice because it means that we spend less time on our devices. It's also hands-free, which is very nice. And so those uses, albeit fairly simple, have improved our life and enhanced our life. And so even in this version of the Keep This Not That, we haven't decluttered any items specifically. We got rid of some of those extra tasks that we were doing that, took up more valuable time or required us to be on devices more. And for us, this has been a positive shift. I hope you guys enjoyed this Keep This Not That video. If you'd like to check out either of the past two, I actually link those right here so you can check them out. And if you haven't already, you can subscribe to the channel right up here. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.